Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. This is going to be the start of a new series on lap steel in the tuning of Open G. And what I'm going to do now, we've had 3 or 4 lessons of actual technique. Now we're going to get into some licks that you can play in Open G. For this lesson, we're actually going to, even though we're in the tuning of Open G, we're going to play a lick that's based in the key of D while in the tuning of Open G. I'll play you the lick that we're going to learn today. This is a nice slow lick, easy, just a nice slow groove. Something you can play anywhere basically, but this will be on the slower side of some of the stuff we will explore in the next little while. So I'll play the lick for you now. So that's the lick. I'll have a jam track set up further on down the lesson to play this too. In the meantime, stay tuned and we'll break this lick down in the next section. The first part of the riff is very simple. We're going to utilize a 2-string combination for this riff, and I'll give you the first part of it. Basically starts on the low string, which will be D in this particular tuning. Okay, so it's just pluck the 6th string with your thumb and then take the 2nd finger and you're going to pluck the 4th string open with that finger and do a quick hammer on to the 2nd fret on the same string right after. So like this. Okay, just a simple hammer on. And then we're going to slide that up to the 4th fret on the 4th string while maintaining the open D as a droning string. So like this. Okay, very, very simple. Sorry. And then finish that with a little bit of vibrato, as we always do, hovering right around that 4th fret. And then we just reverse the lick. So now we're going to go, although it's going to be just a slightly different, we're going to pluck the 6th string and the 4th string simultaneously, like this. Of course, the slide's already going to be at the 4th fret, 4th string, because that's where we left off. So we're just going to slide it down while droning the 6th string. We're going to slide down to the 2nd fret. Okay, super simple. What we're doing here is using our ear to listen for pitch as well. You can see it on the fretboard, but we want to use the ear to make sure we're in pitch. And then we end the lick with the 2nd finger plucking that 4th string open. And then here's the tricky part of it. We're going to use a 3-string combination using our thumb 1st and 2nd finger. The slide bar will be at the 1st fret, 5th string. And we're going to pluck the 4th string and the 3rd string open simultaneously while picking the 5th string on the 1st fret, like this. The chord should sound like that. Maybe just a touch of vibrato. That one you have to be careful with. You don't want to get too high. You get a little bit pitchy right there. So right around that 1st fret. Okay, so this is the 2nd part of it. Now you can also do, if you want to get super lazy, you can also do the open string as a pull-off. So like this. Now that's provided you have a beveled bar like the one I have. If you're using a bullet bar, makes it a bit trickier unless you reverse the bullet. Sorry, let's clean that up. Okay, so let's review the whole lick before we move on to the next part. Now, the second time I did the lick, of course, I used my finger as opposed to the pull off. I'll probably use the pull off for this lesson. I just like that better. That's your call. Okay, stay tuned. The second part of the riff is just a little bit trickier. Now, I'll play it for you once. Now, it seems simple, but there's a couple mechanical things you have to do here. So we're going to start with the thumb on the 1st fret, 5th string. We're going to just slide that up. So 2 frets. So you're going to go from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret. And then from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. Okay. Then you want to just slightly raise the nose of the bar because you've got to come into the 4th and the 3rd string at the 5th fret, because we don't have the bar over top of those 2 strings for the first part of this because it's too noisy. So okay, now we're going to also use our technique that we've been practicing for the past 4 lessons. When we get to the 5th fret with the 4th string, we'll pluck that with the index finger, and then the 3rd string with the 2nd finger. Okay, so let's play it slowly. All right, then we slide all the way to the 7th fret, and then we reverse that finger picking pattern. So we pluck the 3rd string with our 2nd finger, 4th string with 1st. Then we just have to raise the bar gently off the 6th string. So we want to be open here, right? Not here. Here. Okay? So just raise that bar gently. Okay, so let's try the whole lick slowly. One more time. And then, of course, the little vibrato just on the 3rd and 4th string while that 6th string is droning open. All right, and then we'll break down the last part of this lick before we get to the jam track. Now, for the third part of this lick, it's fairly simple, mostly 2-string combinations, except for the very final part of it. But I'll play it for you now. One more time. Sorry. Okay, so let's tear this thing down. We're going to start with the thumb on the 4th string, which is D. The bar will be all the way to the 4th fret, but on the 1st string now. And you kind of got to get there. You can slide into it, but you're looking for that pitch, and you can't quite watch it. I mean, you can see the fret, but you want to hear it. I mean, if you're here or there, that's where you want to be, right there. Okay, so pluck those together and then simultaneously slide down to the 2nd fret and then open. And that's kind of a pull-off. Now Now also I like to keep my third finger just behind the bar to dampen that so that we don't have the string noise when we make that transition. Alright, so just a little pull off. And then it gets a bit tricky. You have to take your thumb down to the 5th string open and then bring the slide up to the 1st string 5th fret. Should sound like that with a little bit of vibrato. Kind of dissonant, but it works. Okay, one more time. And then we simply end it with a 3-string combination, 5th, 4th, and 3rd string sliding into the 5th fret from the 4th fret. Okay, so here's the entire lick. And then we just go right back to the beginning, which I will show you during the jam track. So let's have one more run through the entire lick before we move straight in to the jam track. All right, so that's the entire lick. To be just maybe a touch quicker in the jam track coming right up. Stay tuned. We'll have some fun on this one. Well, thanks as always for tuning in, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson today. And if you are enjoying these lessons, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Dan Walsh. In the meantime, stay tuned. There'll be lots more lessons to come here. So take care. We'll see you guys real soon.